Hey Newcastle fans! We've got some important transfer updates you won't want to miss. Two big stories are developing that could shape the rest of our season. Let's dive in. First up, Kieran Trippier. Reports suggest Everton are seriously interested in bringing him on loan this month. Surprising, right? After rejecting a bid from Bayern Munich in January, it looks like Newcastle could be facing a new offer from a familiar Premier League rival. But why Everton and why now? It all comes down to the relationship between Trippier and Everton manager Sean Dyche. Let me explain. Their connection goes back over a decade, when Dyche took over at Burnley in 2012 following the departure of Eddie Howe. For almost 3 years, Dyche worked closely with Trippier, who was one of Burnley's standout players at the time. Even after Trippier moved on to Tottenham and eventually to La Liga with Atletico Madrid, they remained in touch. In fact, after Trippier won the La Liga title, he even FaceTimed Dyche to celebrate. This long-standing bond could be what prompts Trippier to consider reuniting with his old boss at Goodison Park. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Trippier remains a vital part of Eddie Howe's plans. His experience, leadership and ability to deliver quality in big moments are crucial for a team like Newcastle who are trying to climb the Premier League table. However, if a tempting offer comes along, would the club consider letting him go? That's the big question on everyone's mind. Now, while we're discussing potential exits, there's also been a lot of buzz surrounding Newcastle's interest in bringing in a midfielder. And that brings us to Adrien Rabiot. Yes, the French international, who just left Juventus as a free agent, is reportedly on Newcastle's radar. This could be a very interesting signing in terms of squad development. Rabiot is a player with serious pedigree. He came through the youth ranks at Paris Saint-Germain and established himself as one of their top talents before moving to Juventus in 2019. Over the past 5 years, he has been one of Juventus' most consistent performers. Now, at 29, he is looking for a new challenge, and Newcastle see him as someone who can take their midfield to the next level. But here's the twist: Manchester United have also been heavily linked with Rabiot. The Red Devils want him to add depth and experience to their midfield, especially with their pursuit of major trophies this season. However, Newcastle are not shying away from the competition. The club have reportedly put a lucrative 3-year deal on the table, showing how serious they are about getting this deal done. The challenge, though, is that Rabiot is hungry for Champions League football, something Newcastle cannot offer at the moment. With other big clubs circling his path, it could be about more than just money. Rabiot's decision could come down to where he feels he can find the most success on the biggest stage. So what does this all mean for Newcastle United? We're approaching the final stretch of the transfer window, and these next few days could define the season ahead. If Trippier makes a surprise move to Everton, it could open up the door for new faces. And if the club pulls off a coup by signing Rabiot, it would be a statement that Newcastle are serious about competing at the highest level. But it's not all simple. The stakes are high, and every decision could have big consequences. Will we see Trippier in blue at Goodison Park? Can Newcastle beat Manchester United and other giants to sign Rabiot? These are the questions on every fan's mind as we approach deadline day. Be sure to leave your thoughts in the comments. Should we keep Trippier at all costs, or would it be wiser to let him go if the offer is good? And what do you think of Rabiot? Could he be the midfield engine we need this season? Don't forget to like this video and hit that subscribe button for all the latest on these stories and everything Newcastle United. Stay tuned, we'll bring you all the updates as they happen.